Welcome to Home Remodeler Toolbox, the podcast dedicated to empowering remodelers and builders to build and grow successful businesses. Join your host, Bob Vance, founder of Home Remodeler SEO, as he brings you industry insights and strategies that will help you build a thriving business, no matter what level you're at in your business. Whether you're a thriving multi-million-dollar business or you're working on building your business from the foundation up, this podcast is your go-to source for industry secrets and actionable strategies that you can implement in your business to get to that next level. So, turn on, tune in, and let's help you build your business foundation one building block at a time.
Welcome back to the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast. I'm Bob Vance, and today we're diving into one of the more talked about topics in marketing right now, and that's artificial intelligence. It's everywhere. Every feed, every headline, every new tool that promises to make your life easier. But let's get real for a second. Is AI truly a friend to remodelers and contractors like us? Or is it just another fad that'll fade away, once some of the hype cools off? And I've been in this industry long enough to see a few shiny new trends come and go. Remember when everyone thought like Facebook pages were the only marketing you'd ever need, or when print ads were never going away? Yeah, the truth is every tool has its moment, but only some actually reshape how we work. So today, I want to talk about how AI is showing up in our world, the world of remodeling, what it's doing right, where it still falls short, and the one thing it can never replace, and that's the human touch that makes your business your business. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. So what AI really is and what it isn't. When people hear AI, they picture robots or maybe that voice from a sci-fi movie saying, I am here to take your job. But here's the truth. AI isn't the future. It's already here, and it's quietly running a lot of what we use every single day already. If you've ever asked Siri for directions, used Google Maps to dodge some traffic, find a shorter route, or even had Netflix suggest a show that you ended up binge watching all weekend, that's AI at work. It's just data, learning your habits and trying to make your life easier. Now, in marketing, AI is like having a supercharged assistant. It can write content, it can analyze trends, even predict what kind of post or offers your customers will engage with the most. But before you start thinking it's magic, let's clear something up. AI doesn't think like we do. It doesn't know your business, your tone, or your craftsmanship. It just predicts patterns. Here's how I like to explain it. Think about AI as a power tool for your marketing. It's strong, it's efficient, it's fast, but it's only as good as the person holding it, the person using that tool. You wouldn't hand a nail gun to someone who's never held a hammer before and expect, perfect trim work. The same goes for AI. Another example is, the full self-driving Teslas. That's AI, right? But you still have to drive. Tesla makes you still look at the road. You can't play on your phone. You've got to keep your hand on the wheel. Otherwise, it sends off alarms, and so many alarms, and it will, shut down your system. It won't let you use full self-driving anymore. So again, it's just an assistant for you, but you are still in control. All AI tools work pretty much that same way. And I get it, the buzz can sound overwhelming, AI this, AI that. You might even feel like if you don't use it right now, you're going to get left behind. But the truth, you don't need to use AI every day or every AI tool out there. You just need to use the right ones that fit your workflow, that fit for your business. Kind of the same way, you pick different tools on a job site for different things that you need to get done. And so, how can remodelers actually use AI to their benefit? First, let's get practical. I want you to imagine it's the end of a long day. You've been on site since sunrise. You sit down at your desk, open your laptop, and think, I really should write that blog post about small kitchen remodels or, the cost involved. But your brain at this point, just completely fried. You've worked all day and now you've got to work in the evening too. And so this is where AI can step in and help you. You can literally type something like, give me 5 blog ideas about kitchen remodels that save space. And then boom, it gives you a list, and it probably does that in about 10 seconds or less. Maybe one of the topics would say, maximizing small kitchens, 3 space-saving remodel ideas that actually work. Now, that's not perfect, but it's enough to get the gears turning. Then you tweak it, you add your personality, your before and after photos that you're going to add into that blog. And then suddenly that blank page isn't so blank anymore. So it really helps you get past that blank page syndrome, that writer's block. And then you can keep asking AI questions, keep going down, different paths, and just really refining that blog article. You don't just take that first output and be like, wow, voila, that's it. You really want to make it your own. You really want to tweak it. You really want to add to it. You want to have AI add to it. So that's one of the more simple ways that remodelers are using AI, really just to break through those creative blocks. But let's go a little deeper. AI can also help you write email newsletters that sound like you, your voice, your brand, everything that's kind of, continuous across all your social media, your website, your blogs, your Google post, everything. You want your voice to sound the same and not all of a sudden be like, ooh, that's an AI voice on that. AI can also analyze SEO keywords to find out what homeowners are actually searching for. Or you can use AI to generate ad ideas or headlines that attract more clicks. That's going to be really helpful when testing, split testing, A/B split testing, ad copy, ad headlines, photos in ads, which ones perform better, things like that. So remember, when guessing what keywords worked was a full-time job. If you think back, to where we started to where we are now, AI can now tell you what your competitors rank for and how to outrank them. So imagine knowing the top 10 phrases homeowners in your zip code are typing into Google right now to find the services that you offer. That's the kind of insight that AI brings to the table. And then if you create graphics or videos, AI tools like Canva and Descript, they can be real game changers. Canva can design layouts with just a prompt like create a flyer for a spring home improvement promotion. And then Descript, another AI tool, it lets you edit podcasts or videos by deleting words from a transcript. It's like having an editor sitting next to you, cutting out all your ums and ahs and those awkward pauses, and you just do it all with one click. And then there's customer service. Some remodelers are now using AI chatbots that answer FAQs on their websites, questions that people might put in, like, do you remodel kitchens or just bathrooms? Do you also offer basement remodels? Do you offer free estimates? How soon can I book? And so, now with those AI chatbots, this can replace you walking through a home and connecting with a client face to face. No, it's not going to do that. But it can answer a homeowner's question at 11 p.m. when they hit your site, and then they're firing off questions, and you're not going to be answering those questions at 11 o'clock at night. But now this might help win you a qualified opportunity, someone that you can talk to that maybe you never would have gotten before because your chatbot answered those questions and didn't leave them wondering if you were ever going to get back to them the next day. And so here's a quick story I want to share. A remodeler who said no to AI. So this is a real story. A few months ago, I talked to a remodeler. Let's just call him Dave. He's been in business 20 years, solid reputation, great craftsmanship. But he told me, Bob, I don't mess with that AI stuff. My clients come from referrals. I don't need it. Fair enough. But then a younger competitor in the same city started running AI assisted ad campaigns, using AI for content, SEO, automated email follow ups, all fine tuned by different AI tools. Within 6 months, that competitor was showing up first on Google, their blogs were ranking, and their client pipeline was completely full. So Dave calls me again and says, all right, maybe I need to learn this. And see, that's the thing about AI. It's not about replacing old school craftsmanship or all that experience and expertise that you've gathered over the years. It's about modernizing your communication, the same way switching from machines to email made your life easier. It's not about changing your work, it's about amplifying your reach, efficiency. What I like to say, working smarter instead of working harder. And so, is AI a friend or a fad? Let's circle back to that question that we opened with. Is AI your friend? Is it going to help you, or is it just kind of another tech fad, and you're not into technology that much anyway? So can you just let it go? And first, let's start with the friend side. AI saves you time. Period. Full stop. Think about when power drills first came around. Did they replace carpenters? Nope. But they did make work a lot faster, right? More efficient. AI is the same thing. It's a power tool for your brain, basically. But here's the thing. If you just copy and paste whatever it gives you, kind of like I was talking about earlier with that blog post, it's going to sound flat. You've probably seen those posts online. They read like a robot wrote them. No warmth, no humor, no story. Homeowners can spot that a mile away, and they're just not really going to be interested in that. And then the other thing too is Google is de-indexing all of those AI articles that just sound like a robot wrote them, because no one wants to read that, and Google doesn't want to read it. They know homeowners don't want to read it. Those pages aren't getting any traction. Google sees all that traffic to every single web page out there, and so it knows what pages are working, what pages are getting traffic, and which ones aren't. And so it knows that, hey, none of these garbage AI articles are getting any traction. We're just going to de-index them. We're just not going to show them in our search results. Now, if you have a really good blog content that you really tweak and massage it, make it your own voice, really put some effort into it, not just wait for that 10-minute 10-second really blog post result and then throw it up on your website. I saw that with someone I talked to, Remodeler, a couple of weeks ago, where they had like 100 blogs on their website, and it was all AI, and they're just pumping them out like 5 a month, and it's like no one's reading those. They just read terrible. So think about, AI is really just giving you a starting point. It can't tell your story. It doesn't know the sound of your saw, the smell of sawdust, or the joy of seeing a client's reaction when you reveal their new kitchen. That's the human part, and that's what makes remodelers irreplaceable. And so now for the other part of that argument, the fad argument. Is it just a fad? There's some valid points here. AI tools are popping up left and right everywhere you look, and then some disappear as quickly as they launch. And yes, there's a lot of hype out there, but the underlying technology, the ability to analyze, to predict, to generate, that's not going away. And it's only going to proliferate even more and get better and better and more efficient. And so the real question is, how will you use it in your business? Will you resist it until you're forced to adapt, and by then you're all way behind the learning curve? Or do you start learning it now and learn how to steer it in a way that your business needs it, and in different areas that your business needs it in, while AI is still relatively new? Which do you want to be? Because here's the truth. Remodelers who learn to blend their craftsmanship with smart technology will lead the next decade of business growth. And you're doing that already in your designs, right? Lots of AI and thermostats and lights that come on and speakers, and that you can play music from room to room or different music in different rooms. You're incorporating AI into your designs, into everything you're doing. Why not use it to help run your business behind the scenes as well? And so let's talk about some practical ways to try AI without getting overwhelmed. So let's get tactical here. I'm going to give you 3 easy ways that you can start using AI this week. One is you can use it for brainstorming. Next time you're stuck trying to think of what to post on social media, go to AI, type in something like, give me 10 caption ideas about remodeling kitchens in small spaces. Pick one, tweak it a little bit, and then post it. Done. All that is done probably within less than 2 minutes. And here's a pro tip. You can even add in your company's tone, your voice. So you can try saying something like, write in a friendly, confident voice of a remodeling expert who loves helping homeowners. And then, over time, you're going to get better, more natural results. You can have custom, I guess, custom AIs that you can set up for yourself, for different customers, for different aspects of your business. And like I said, you can blend in that tone, that brand voice. You can let AI get to know you. Tell AI your website, tell it your YouTube channel, tell it your social media channels, and it will go scour all those pages and figure out who you are and how you speak and the tone you use and everything about your history and things that you're doing. So pretty amazing what it can do, really. And then also the second way you can start using it is to use it for repurposing content. If you've already written a blog or record a podcast, don't just let it collect dust. Feed it into an AI tool and say something like, turn this into a LinkedIn post and 3 short social media captions. And so now in this fashion, one piece of content turns into 5 pieces of content. And so that's how you build consistency without burnout. You're not trying to write yourself, a new article every week. You don't have time for that. You're the visionary of your company. You need to be doing entrepreneur, business owner type things, not writing content in your evenings on weekends. And then the third way that you can use AI now to get started easy, just use it for editing and polishing. Tools like Grammarly or Descript, they don't just fix typos. They can help you adjust that tone and voice. They can help you simplify your language and make your message even sharper. Think of it like standing on a piece of wood. You've already built the piece. AI just helps you smooth it out. And if you're feeling more advanced, here's a bonus tip. Use AI to analyze your content performance. Ask it, which of my blog topics got the most engagement last month? What patterns do you notice? Now, you might be surprised by what you learn, just throwing in some queries like that, just to learn what's working, what's not. And really, again, it's just about making you more efficient, helping you tweak and get better. And then there's the human touch. This is what AI can't replace. And so let's be honest, remodeling isn't like selling t-shirts or software. You're transforming homes. You're working with families who trust you with their space, their comfort, their memories. AI doesn't understand what it feels like to help a homeowner finally get the kitchen they've dreamed of for 10 years. It doesn't see the joy on their face when they walk in after that final cleanup. That's your magic, and no algorithm can touch that. So when you use AI, keep your voice, keep your story, your craftsmanship at the center. Use it to clear the clutter, to speed up the busy work, but never hand over the steering wheel to AI entirely. Just like you can't do it with the Tesla full self-driving, you can't do it in your business either. They're tools to help you. Because at the end of the day, homeowners, they don't care about how you wrote your email. They care that you wrote it, that you showed up, stayed visible, stayed in communication with them, and you built trust in that relationship. And so My challenge to you is this: try one AI tool this week, just one. Pick one. Maybe it's ChatGPT to brainstorm some blog titles. Maybe it's Canva AI design to make your next flyer or postcard or open house, something like that. Maybe you use Descript to clean up your latest video or podcast episode. Test it out. See how it feels. If it saves you time, if it keeps your brand voice intact, if it makes your marketing smoother, keep it in your toolbox. If it doesn't fit, toss it aside. You don't need every tool out there. You just need the right ones. And you want to use the ones that you're comfortable with. The more comfortable you are with the tool, the more that you're going to use it. AI is the power tool, but you are still the carpenter. It can make your work faster, but it's your craftsmanship, your creativity, and your care and customer service that really make you and your brand shine. And so, some final thoughts: AI and remodeling and marketing for your business. Is it a friend or is it a fad? I think we answered that, and I'm going to say that we're landing firmly on the side of friend, but only if you're the one steering the ship, because tools will keep evolving, from hammers to nail guns, from paper blueprints to digital, computer-aided design plans. But that craftsmanship, that old world craftsmanship, that's never going to go out of style. And that's you. That's you putting that into your brand, into your company. So I hope you've gotten some good value out of this episode. I hope that you'll take the steps to move yourself forward a little bit on the technology front when it comes to AI. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Home Remodeler Toolbox. We're going to start doing more shorter episodes like this to try to just give you more tips to work with, more action steps that you can take in your business. If this episode got you thinking differently about marketing, share it with another remodeler who's curious about AI and about how they might get started with AI in their business as well. And you guys can kind of kick around, exchange some ideas together, and really help each other move forward when it comes to AI, learning it and exchanging those ideas to help each other out. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss future episodes of our Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast. We've got more insights coming, more real stories for you, more interviews coming, more tools to help you build smarter, market smarter, and to grow stronger in your company. Until next time, I'm Bob Vance. Keep building with purpose, keep leading with craftsmanship, and remember, the best tools are only as good as the hands that use them. Thanks again for turning on and tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast.
Hey, if you liked our podcast, join the remodeling community and hit subscribe. We would love to hear from you, so be sure to share your thoughts on what you might want to hear about in future episodes. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit homeremodelerSEO.com and check out our services that can help build your foundation for success. Thanks for tuning in to the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast, and we'll see you on the next episode.